Welcome to the Post Sports Chat. I'm Drew Rubenstein here with Justin Jackson inside the Charleston Civic Center, where the WVU men's basketball team just overcame a game they were down almost throughout and closed the game on an 18-4 run to walk away with a 74-64 Capital Classic win against Marshall. I guess, Justin, just to start off with, what sticks out most in your mind after this one?
Well, I kind of go back a little bit to what Coach Huggins had talked about a few days prior to the game, and about how this team has no quit in it. And you kind of saw it in other games, and they were losses, but to Wisconsin, a close loss, and they hung in there. Overcame a big deficit to Missouri and came back, and made that game a lot closer. This game, obviously, they were down 47-41. All the momentum was heading Marshall's way, and it could have been a situation where you say, okay, it's just not our night, but WVU did not do that and stuck it out, kept fighting, kept grinding, finally found a way to make some plays, started getting some rebounds, and came out in the last 4 minutes. So they dominated the last 4 minutes and won the game.
And everything that you said is absolutely true. The one difference was you hadn't seen them finish a game like this. They've been talking about that a lot, but the 4 losses that you referred to, that kind of stung and stuck with them and trying to get over the hump. You have to keep this one in perspective, or is this a sign that a young team is maybe getting over the hump a little bit and figured things out? The
perspective you have to keep it in, you have to remember Marshall was playing without its leading scorer and Elijah Pittman, who was suspended before the game. And Marshall's also a very young team, and their best player on the floor tonight was a redshirt freshman, Rakeem Canty. So this wasn't a seasoned veteran team, like a Gonzaga team they lost the other night. So, there is some perspective to keep in mind, but effort is effort, and finishing a game when you haven't done it, and coming out and playing hard the last 5 minutes when you haven't done it for the first 35 minutes, there is something to be said for that, and you kind of hope maybe WVU can carry this momentum. They have some time coming off now, but you hope they can carry it into next week's game against Purdue, and then obviously get ready for the Big 12 season coming up.
Game MVP was Brandon Watkins, freshman forward who hadn't really played much at all. I don't think he played at all against Gonzaga, and only 2 minutes against Missouri.
Right.
So for him to come out and do what he did, 12 points, 11 rebounds, is he figuring things out here, or was it just a set of circumstances coming together in the right way for him?
Well, the things came together for him to get into the ball game. Because Kevin Noreen wasn't having one of his better nights, and Nate Adrian is also kind of struggling at that forward position. So Coach Huggins needed someone to get in there and make some kind of plays, and Brandon just happened to be the guy tonight, and had his first double-double, 12 points and 11 rebounds. But more importantly, he was able to kind of deflect some shots, made it tougher for Marshall to get shots around the rim, which Coach Huggins talked about after the game. Can Brandon keep doing it? Aaron Harris said after the game that Brandon's a kid who can keep doing it. The stuff that he did tonight isn't half of what he does in practice, and so his teammates expect a lot of him. He finally got his opportunity tonight, and he made the most of it.
And last one here, just kind of going back to how they closed the game. The guy who sticks out in my mind is Jawan Staten, and considered a team leader, but I don't know, I kind of have the perspective of when a guy does something like Jawan did in the closing minutes and kind of takes a team on his back and leads them to victory, that can even put him and give his teammates that much more confidence in himself, and it could prove out to be a big night, a significant night for Jawan.
Yeah, Jawan's always had confidence. Even last year he was a pretty confident kind of kid, and he put the team on his back the last 4 minutes of the game. He's the one that made the drive to the basket, and I want to say 4:37 I think left when they gave West Virginia the first lead, and West Virginia never trailed at that point. He made the kind of plays offensively and defensively. He makes that and one 3-point play that gives them the lead finally after they trailed for so long, and then he goes back down on the other end of the floor and draws a charge and gets the ball right back for West Virginia, and I believe they got a basket on the other end to kind of go up 3 or 4 points. So he was making plays that he's kind of made all year long, but maybe wasn't making them in crunch time, and tonight he did. And he said after the game he kind of put the team on his back a little bit. He wanted to give a little bit more, kind of remembering some of those close losses, and he didn't want to make this one the same story.
All right, very good, Justin. Appreciate your time.
Yep.
Please continue to check TheDPost.com for the latest on the Mountaineers. We'll be back with the Purdue game December 22nd. Thanks.